He's hot. He's into you. He sleeps with you. He ghosts. It's an age-old tale. We know how it ends. And yet this scenario plays out over and over and over again every day across the world. And it made me think, what if there were an easy way to explain to women in a few minutes why this happens and how to avoid it? Well, now there is. Stick around for the Love You podcast. My name is Marc Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women, your personal trainer for love. Welcome to the Love You podcast, and keep listening to learn the 5 signs that he just wants sex. When we're done, I'll let you know how you could apply to Love You to create a passionate relationship that makes you feel safe, heard, and understood. So last week, I got this question from a reader. Why do I go for guys that obviously only want me because I'm sexy and then chase me down until I cave and then aren't interested anymore? So before we get to the 5 signs, I want to establish something really important. I've mentioned in this podcast before, it's a foundational principle of Love You. Men look for sex and find love. In other words, in the process of trying to get laid, men stumble upon women that they actually like and want as relationship partners. Problem is, you may not operate this way, and it's not easy to tell the difference between the guy who's just looking to get laid and the guy who's looking for a lasting lifetime partnership, since they largely act the same way at the beginning. So this may be a tough pill to swallow, that you can't always tell the difference at the beginning, and the fact that you probably don't approach sex in the same way. And this presents a real dilemma for women, most of whom are listening right now and wondering, why does this keep happening to me? So the first step is trying to identify the players early on so that you don't find yourself in this position of getting slept with and ghosted. So here are 5 signs that he is not worth your time. First, he leads with sex in his profile. Maybe he's got a shirtless pic. Maybe he talks in his profile about the importance of attraction and chemistry, looking for a good time. He's pretty much telling you he's a fuckboy without actually saying, I'm a fuckboy. Number 2, he's overly aggressive in his texts. There's very little curiosity about you as a person. No questions about what you do or what you like. He just wants to see if he could push the boundaries as far as possible with his exquisite use of eggplant emojis and suggestive selfies. So you can be sure that this guy is pushing you through his actions to send something equally suggestive to him. Number 3, he's trying to get laid on the first date. So maybe you're on this first date and he's telling you about the craziest thing he's ever done in bed. Maybe he's asking you if you ever had a threesome. Maybe he's on his second vodka tonic of the first 10 minutes and he's got his arm around you already before the main course has arrived. It's kind of like he's the hunter and you start to feel like the prey. When you're with him, you don't feel like a human, individual woman. You feel a bit like an object. Number 4. He doesn't take no for an answer. So while you can't necessarily blame a guy for trying to reach for your bra strap if the moment is right or reach for your belt buckle, the guy who's just looking for sex has a harder time taking no for an answer. He might even take it as a personal affront that you said no, that you set a boundary. He doesn't see sex as some sort of playful dance that you engage in together. He sees it as some sort of battle where one person could be the victor, and that victor is going to be him. Next, he doesn't make an effort to do anything platonic with you. He doesn't call to see how your day is. He doesn't take you for a walk. He doesn't bring you to the farmer's market. He doesn't ask you about your presentation at work. Everything he does is transactional. If he's contacting you, it's late at night to see if you're up. It's at the last minute on Saturday if his other plans fell through. See if you're free to come to his place and bring a bottle of wine. These are things that guys who are just looking for sex do. And again, I'm acknowledging there are some guys who are looking for love who do the same exact things. This is not a perfect science. But these are 5 good signs that a guy is looking for just sex. It is more complicated. I want to acknowledge that. The guys who do the above are kind of low-level players who out themselves in these sort of selfish, short-sighted actions. They're relatively easy to sniff out. The more experienced a guy is, he knows how to hide those behaviors, right? Act like a good guy, act like a relationship-oriented guy in order to get laid. Which is why, as I've said repeatedly on this podcast, the only solution to weed out players is not to sleep with any man who's not your boyfriend. If you sleep with a guy who's cute, charming, making a great effort over the first few dates, there's a 50% chance that that guy is just playing a part and that he's never going to call you after that one big night. So I teach this in Love You. It's my signature course that helps women like you make better dating and relationship choices with men. Click on the link in the show notes, apply now, book a call, and I'll walk you through the process and get you the love you deserve so you don't have to continually be ghosted by guys who are just using you for sex. My name is Marc Katz. Thanks for tuning into the Love You podcast. For more episodes like this on YouTube, click on the subscribe button, ring the bell, and choose all to get notified when new content comes out. And if you want a man who makes you feel safe, heard, and understood, go to www.evanmarckatz.com/apply. Watch my free video about how you could fix your broken man picker, and when you're done, apply to Love You to join other smart women in a coaching community where women like you actually get the love that you deserve. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.